In a mountain town like Vail, private ski-in, ski-out access is the pinnacle luxury feature that you can look for in a home. Now, because of Vail's geographical size, homes are scarce and highly sought after. While skiing out in Vail, I had the chance to tour a $27.9 million home located right on the slopes of Vail Mountain. We ditched the skis, we are now in front of the house. This is my first time actually seeing this house, so you're getting a live reaction. As you can see from the exterior here, this is a very modern home in this mountain environment. We've got lots of hardwood, some steel, and tons of glass. So first off, another beautiful pivot, oversized glass door leading us in to the entrance of this home. I'm gonna pop my shoes off just because I'm not gonna trounce through this place and get it all mudded up. Right off the bat, entering the space, we are in the foyer. Tons of sunlight, as you can see. We've got Venetian plaster on the walls, beautiful stonework below our feet with this brass inlaid in between. And as you enter the home, look how dramatic this is. Your view down to the great room with those transom windows letting in all that sunlight. Again, the steel going across the structure. But we're gonna not go downstairs just yet. We're gonna head off to the left. Got your elevator here. And right off the entryway, this is staged as the office, but this could be a bedroom because you've got an ensuite bathroom here. Again, those transom windows, especially in a mountain home where the lot is stacked on top of itself, having the transom windows really allows that sunlight to go through all three levels of the home. And again, beautiful finishes, steam shower. I mean, this is $27.9 million, so it has the finishes that you would expect in that type of a price point. I like how there's a little patio here off of the office. Breathe in that fresh mountain air, and here you can really get a good look at how large these windows are in this space, letting that sun cross through the entire home throughout the whole day. Pretty unique. Coming back on inside, on the other side of the hallway here, this is the mudroom, and this is like the highest end looking mudroom I've ever seen. Look how beautiful the cabinets are to store all your coats, jackets, gloves, all that. We even have a powder room here with this funky looking vanity. One massive piece of marble. It gives it that modern touch. And then here we have, let's take a little peek, I'm guessing the garage. Yeah, let's just walk in here and get a little look. So you've got pretty decent sized garage here in the space connected to that mudroom, which is very important, especially in Vail. I mean, as you saw, we skied into the place. You'd ski in, take your skis off, pop into your mudroom, and then let's show the rest of this house. Starting with this, I mean, how grand is this? Floating staircase with white oak on the planks, leading to the heart of this $27.9 million mansion here in Vail. Look at this great room. You have double height ceilings in here, and if you look up, you can really see the architecture with those transom windows, and again, that white oak on the ceiling there. Front and center, the main piece of this great room, this oversized fireplace with plenty of room to cozy up right by this. I've actually never seen this in a fireplace where you have a big enough space at the base of the fireplace to actually get the use of the fireplace. And I love how even if you look up the chimney, you have that plaster now in a black color, which just adds to that texture of the space. So right off of your sitting area by the fireplace, you can see floor to ceiling glass windows with views of just pristine blue skies. You've got the snow, you've got the white birch trees, evergreens. You really feel like you're immersed in the nature of Vail in this home. We have your dining room into this little alcove in the corner here. And again, look at those evergreens in the backdrop. Like, how picturesque is that? Moving into the kitchen, massive center island with the waterfall edge having the marble touch that white oak floor is just beautiful all around. Behind us here, we've got the Wolf Range, 6-burner cooktop with the griddle in the middle, marble on the countertops, the backsplash, and even the hood overhead. And I want to talk about this millwork. Just look how beautiful this is. This is your refrigerator, freezer, Sub-Zero. Brand new. Elongated trough sink, so you've got your cutting station here. I love even the brass swivel on that minimal faucet here. Got your Wolf cappuccino maker here, and look at this pantry. Got the LED lights underneath this shelving, plaster on the walls, little wine cooler here, oven off to the side. And I do like how they have this with a pocket door, so you could keep this open or close it off if you wanted, like if you were hosting an event. Now I want to take you around, so if you can see then this view of the space. Again, the glass is that main element. You really feel like you are just immersed in the nature. One of my favorite features of this home that I've seen right off the bat is you can see way off in the distance there, a prime view of the Gore Range. Through these Huge glass doors which open up to your private patio space, where you have your wolf grilling station here. I love how you have the glass railing so your view is not obstructed at all. I mean, just look at that. This is the top of the food chain here as far as Vail homes. You've got your views, ski in, ski out, beautiful fire pit here. And really from this angle, you can see the architecture of this home with all that wood, the steel, and the glass making up just a beautiful modern mountain home. If you look down here, we're gonna head down there in a second, but you've got a hot tub down below. So tons of outdoor real estate here. We're gonna head back in. It is the middle of February. But could you imagine, so Vail in the summertime it might be even better than in the winter in my opinion. Back inside, keep exploring this home. Oh, look at that. Wine storage, so this is a wine room. Glass enclosed, humidity controlled, all the works. Wow, you can even just smell in here. It's fresh. You know, there's such a thing as a new house smell. So you've got this marble in the back here, that plaster on the walls. Now it's in that black color, which is super nice. And I like this wine storage. These are actually leather holders for the wine. I've never seen that in a wine storage room. I'm not going down there yet. Ooh, holy powder room, look at this. Wow, huge slab of marble for the vanity. And check out this mirror. This is a brass swivel mirror here with a light on the back of the brass. That's pretty clever. I've never seen something like this. To the left, I'm guessing this is the primary. You have a gas fireplace built in modern into this corner here. I love a nice corner fireplace. King size bed. And again, look at the views from this bedroom. Like, imagine waking up here and seeing that. Got a walk-in closet, pretty large, and whoa, look at this bathroom. Wow, this is pretty cool. So this is a grooved stone on the floor here, and it goes halfway up the wall, and it appears to be laser etched. Gigantic soaking tub, minimal faucets coming right out of that stone. Marble in the vanity. Ooh, yeah, that's a steam shower. Sealed off steam shower with marble, and then this stone is so cool. You can smell that no one's ever taken a shower in here. Let's head back into the main area and go on down to the third floor. I like this view. Check this view out. So I'm gonna head down here. You can see all the light coming in from those transom windows. Even down to this would be technically the third level. I love this shot here, the floating staircase. Let's go on down to this lower level. I like how you have the little inlaid lights here in that plaster. So late at night when you're walking around your home, you don't trip and fall down the stairs. And this, I'm guessing this would be like your media entertainment room. Above the fireplace, of course, mount for your TV. Beautiful stone here on the countertop. And I love the use of the brass. And you have those LED lights inlaid into the brass, just like that powder room upstairs. And let's head back outside. I want to check this out. This is like a personalized spa. I wouldn't even call this a hot tub because this is so large. This is basically a personalized spa. And again, I'm just gonna walk out here so you can really see like what your property looks like. I'm guessing typically there would be steps leading down here, but there's quite a bit of snow as you can see, so you could walk right into town from this house. And if we switch angles from this perspective, you can really see what I mean about how the lot is stacked on top of itself. So this home is 6,100 square feet, give or take. And you can see from this angle how from the front of the house in the street, it's, you know, it looks like a one-story home, but really from here, you see all 3 stories. You see that architecture, that mountain contemporary design. Pretty sweet. Let's head back in. I think there's a few more rooms to show off. I want you to comment down below, thus far, do you think this home is worth it? I've seen a lot of nice real estate, and in my opinion, I would say yes. Like, it's exquisite, especially the finishes. I know I haven't gone into detail because I frankly don't know the details of the finishes yet, but the finishes in this place are just, you can tell it's done with such precision. Even here, the trimless walls with this plaster, that is so hard to do. A lot of times filming these luxury homes, they feel quite cold sometimes and not that homey. This one combines that slick element of architecture with a feeling that is very inviting because of the materials that are used. This is the laundry room in a $27.9 million home, 4 Maytags, beautiful finishes even in the laundry room. Like, there's no room that was spared as far as expenses here. And we have our elevator. I'm actually gonna call it so you can get a peek inside. elevator. Even in the elevator, you have that same stonework as the lobby, plaster on the elevator walls. Like a lot of times elevators I feel like are one of those features that people kind of skimp on. Not here. Guest bedroom wing. So yeah, we have another bedroom off to my left here. And then this would be the junior primary because this is a pretty large room and you have access to the outdoor space. I'm actually gonna meet up with Shawn Byrne. He's the listing agent of this place. He's gonna come by and give us some more specifics on this home because this was like a very raw look at the space, and Shawn's gonna give us a bit more of the high overview of this space. Shawn.
Erik, always a pleasure.
Yeah, man, another beautiful home. I have to say, this might take the spot for my favorite home in Vail.
What drives value in Vail? At the end of the day, the biggest factors are your location, the relative size of the house and the lot, which is important because dirt here is quite expensive, and the view. So putting the physical space aside, which is hard because this is a pretty exceptional house, and we'll get into that in a second, but this is a Rockledge Road address, but it's very unique in that it has a connection point to Forest Road. Your ski in, ski out ability is second to few. When you're ready to go into town for dinner, you have a short walk to both the slopes and to town, which is really important.
And while in Vail, I highly recommend checking out Chasing Rabbits, one of Vail's newest venues. They have cuisine here that rivals the top restaurants in New York City. The space has a sophisticated library lounge, a fully decked out arcade, and even a speakeasy. It's the newest social club here in Vail, and it's definitely worth checking out if you are in town or you do live here. Now back to Shawn.
Also because of the lot size. So a large lot here in Vail Village is 1/3 of an acre, and that's what this is. When you're in the mountains, you want to feel like you're in the mountains, but you also want to see the mountains. And one of the things that makes this lot and this house exceptionally rare and special is the view that's just to our east behind you. The most coveted view in Vail is the Gore Range, and that's the mountain range that we have a dead on of from this patio. Mike Suman is the architect. He's an architect of very high repute in the Vail Valley, and this is a mountain contemporary take on a exceptional single family home. It's 6 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a little over 6,100 square feet with over 2,000 square feet of heated outdoor living space.
All the information is down below in the description. Again, I want to thank you for letting us tour this property.
Erik, you are welcome out here anytime. It's always a pleasure,
It really
and
is.
I'm glad you enjoyed the tour.
And with that, we will see you in the next episode.